Hello everybody, welcome back. Apologies for my voice. I've been a little ill for the past couple of days, but there was an apparent Pokemon leak that I could not help but talk about. For those who do not know, I'm a huge Pokemon fan, as is most of the goddamn internet. But today, this leak was apparently given out. So we can just like go through it just real quick, and I can talk about why I think it's really, really stupid. Alright, so the first thing that comes up is that apparently this is a region based in Turkey and Greece. And now I want to talk about why I think that's a little weird, like just to start off. From my knowledge, I could be wrong, but there hasn't been a region that's not based on a country, right? Maybe Sun and Moon wasn't, but I don't think so. Sun and Moon was just based on Hawaii, right? Or was it based on just like the Polynesian cultures? Yeah, it's based on the Hawaiian Islands. So just quick Googling. It was based on the Hawaiian Islands, and now that's why I think this first thing is a little weird, because I think that basing it off of two countries that are pretty different now, at least, is kind of weird, because I don't think they do that. They haven't done that before. Like, going through it, it was Japan, France, the UK, other places which I can't remember right now. And there's been Japan, there's been France, there's been the UK. So that's why I think it's a bit weird, because they only do like one region. They don't do like two, right? They're not doing like Greece and Turkey. They usually do Greece or Turkey. And this is another thing, right? So apparently the starters are a grass dog, which is Europe themed, a fire cobra, which is Middle East themed, and a water hippo, who's Africa themed. Now, I wouldn't have a problem with any of these. The only problem is that doesn't fit the region, right? Why are they talking about Africa? Or I guess we'll move it, like, if we're basing it off of just Greece and Turkey, right? Let's just assume for whatever reason they have chosen Greece and Turkey. Makes no sense, but sure, whatever, right? They put them together. Why are they now talking about Africa? Like, Turkey is the Middle East, so you can't really call it Africa. I mean, if they wanted to go like more of a Middle East, you can get, right? And also Europe you can get because of Greece, but Africa I don't think makes sense. Also, I don't think they'd go with this theme. I think they'd probably just go with like a theme based off of Greece and or Turkey, or just both. Their geographical locations don't really make sense to me. I just don't think they'd do geographical locations. They usually do, like, parts of the culture or something like that. So I think probably going for, like, just something different other than the random geographical locations. Apparently, Abyss Legendary is Poseidon. Aether Legendary is Zeus, so they're based off the gods. Which I guess if you're going for a Greece-based thing, you might, but I feel like they wouldn't go too far with religion. So I still don't think that's probably true. I just don't think they'd go that far religion. Again, I don't think they have. They've done their own thing in terms of like Arceus and religions based in their own worlds, but I don't think they've really commented on actual religion. So I don't think they'd just comment on that. Next one, Meowth gets a regional form based in the Aegean cat normal water. That makes no sense to me. What is an Aegean cat? I know the Aegean Sea, but Aegean cat? Oh, it's just a cat. Okay. I think that's a bit stupid. I don't think they do that. What? Like, what do you, like, what, also, why is Meowth getting another regional form? Like, how many regional forms does Meowth have? Meowth regional forms. Like, do you have one, two? Lolymouth, Galarian Meowth? I thought they just wouldn't go for another one, right? He has Galarian and there's also Alolan. I don't think they do a third Meowth. They might do, but also I don't get why it's Aegean cat. I feel like they could probably come up with something a bit more like cooler, I suppose, like Coral Cat or something. Just something just a bit cooler than a cat, as a normal cat. Next, Diamond returns with Lantern Evolution. I mean, I suppose there's nothing wrong with that. I'm sure Lantern does need an evolution, right? But it's not fantastic. But I don't know, that one seems reasonable, I suppose. Running returns with a normal fighting horse. Do they mean running? Do they mean... Wait, running? I'm not sure what they mean by running. I'm assuming just horse riding. Sky riding with a Pegasus, that makes sense. Surfing with a seahorse, water steel. We already have a seahorse, but sure. Climbing with a kiri goat, or a kri goat, sorry. Whoa. What is a kri goat? Goat. Oh, it's just a pretty simple goat. I'm sure a goat Pokemon, yeah. I guess, why not? Climbing the underwater city, the deepest point in the city, and the Sky Island, the highest point in Olympus. This one I'm fine with, I suppose. Like, sure. I don't think the sea idea really comes in much. I think I've really focused on the Aegean, which is really weird, but whatever, sure. Sky Island, the highest point in Olympus. I feel like they just do it on the tip of the mountain, as I believe that's the religion, right? They're not in a Sky Island, more they're just at the top of the mountain. So it'd probably just be Olympus, not a Sky Island. The story is peak for a Pokemon game. Again, this is apparently coming out next year, so I suppose the story could be finished by now. The story should be finished by now if it's got a year left in development. So yeah, I guess. Pokesports returns. I can see that happening if it's a Greece-based thing. Since, you know, Olympics. Returns for vacation old characters like Cynthia and Steven. That doesn't make sense, but Cynthia and Steven returning, sure. Only champions have the official competitive scene. I don't know what they mean by that. I'm not really sure. Megas return, also from ZA. Cool, I can see that. But every league has Megas. So Pokemon get high. This one is the one where I was like, this is complete ass. Like, this is just complete ass. Some Pokemon get hyper in crossbreeding. One of the theme between Tauros and Machoke into a new species. One of the theme is between... No, that was correct. That's what they wrote. One of the theme is between Tauros and Machoke into new species and Minotaur. Now, this isn't happening. I'm just going to put my arms up there and say this is not happening in a kid's game. Like, I think that, like, breeding is fine, because, you know, animals or whatever, but crossbreeding, I don't think they do that. Not because it's just a kid's game, but also, like, they have their own, like, egg groups and things like that, but now none of them really matter. I guess you could choose a few specific ones, but I just don't see the reason why. Also, I don't really think that has anything to do with anything, like, at all. I think this one's just complete ass. I think it's such a joke. Some Pokemon get hyper crossbreeding, like, I don't see why I just don't think they do it. I don't see why they do it, you know? It just doesn't make much sense to do, like, crossbreeding? Nah, I'm good. I don't think they do that. Like, Machoke and Tauros? That doesn't make sense at all. I guess into a Minotaur, but why don't you just do a Minotaur Pokemon? That doesn't make sense. And then apparently it's releasing the 21st of November, 2026. Now, that's the entire leak. I think it's complete ass. I think it's such a fucking joke. I think it's complete shit, basically. I think a bunch of this in here makes no sense as to A, why they do it, B, because they just haven't done it before, or, like, it just makes no sense to why they would do it. Like, a third regional form for Meowth? I don't think so. Like, a region based in Greece and Turkey? I don't think so. I don't think they do that. They haven't done that before. Every region has been based in one. Abyss legendary, which is, I'm assuming, the underground, like the underworld, and Aether legendary. Oh no, Abyss is water. Yeah, I suppose. Sure. I just don't think they comment on religion. I think they'd stay far away from that. Statosaur, grass dog. Again, I think that's just boring. Like, these just seem super simple. Like, grass dog, fire cobra, water hippo. They just sound so boring. Like, they just sound so, like, completely simple. Which I think is, like, like the first thing someone comes up with if they want to think something. Yeah, I just think it's complete ass. Like, when I read it the first time, I was like, yeah, this is just such... Oh, this is such ass, dude. Like, I knew it was so fake from the first time I read it. Like, it makes no sense. There's a few things in here that I'd like. Specifically, like, Pokesports returning, like the triathlon they were doing. I'm sorry, I have hiccups. The triathlon they did in Heart Gold Soul Silver. That was cool. I really enjoyed that. I think that would be cool to come back for a Greece-based region. I just think that this doesn't capitalize on Greece at all. I feel like they would just not do Greece and Turkey, especially considering the geopolitical like situations that they're constantly in. That's just not a good idea, and I don't think they do that. I like the champions coming back. I am a Cynthia fangirl. I love me some Cynthia, so I will always love if Cynthia comes back. And I always want all champions to come back. I think it's always a super cool, awesome idea. But yeah, also the hyper crossbreeding is such a joke. Like, why would they do that? Like, I'm sorry. Like, I'm gonna go on with the Pokemon breeding around. It makes no sense. Why like Machoke, the human-looking guy, the guy who is just a really built dude, and the bull. We're not doing this. I'm sorry, they're not doing this. We all saw the leaks, but they're not doing this actually, you know? We all saw the leaks from the thing, but like they're not actually doing that, dude. Like, that's not what's gonna happen. But yeah, I think it's awful. Also, another thing, they just don't comment on any gimmick other than Megas, which I don't think they're gonna do for another generation. Possibly like I think they're gonna do their own gimmicks. Because, like, I think side games doing, like, Pokemon ZA doing, like, Megas is cool. But I don't think that they'll ever skip out on doing another, another gimmick sort of thing. Possibly they do, because everyone loves Megas, but, I think Megas are super cool. But, still, I don't think they'd do the same, gimmick here. Though I could be proven wrong on that one. But yeah, I think this is just a complete little horseshit, and it's dumb. Don't believe everything you read on the internet. Alright. Alright, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.